I'm sure you've seen my video where I built our band this DIY lyrics teleprompter. If you haven't, check it out here. Or is it here? I don't know. It's going to be on one of these two sides. I built this for our band because I really don't like the look of having a microphone stand with a big old iPad on it. What that does is it blocks your view of the audience and the audience's view of you. And it looks a little unprofessional. We've gotten a lot of compliments on this unit, and the band has loved using it. One of the drawbacks to doing this, though, is you need a lot of components to make it work. You're going to need an extra monitor. You're going to need some sort of shell. In this case, I had a monitor laying around that I gutted. And then you're going to need a brains for the unit. I'm using an iPad. On top of that, you're going to need all the accessories and adapters to make it run on HDMI. And then you're going to need some sort of app. And in this case, I'm using Band Helper, which is another subscription. But let's say you don't want to mess with any of that stuff. I have the solution that might be for you. I introduce to you the lyrics prompter. This was sent to me for review, and it's an all-in-one unit that pretty much is ready to go straight out of the box. How does it stack up against my DIY unit, and is it the right unit for you? Those are the questions I'm going to answer in this video. You'll notice that it's packaged very, very well. Say hello to my dog. The first thing you're going to notice is this high textured paint. It's the same high quality stuff that they use on speaker cabs. It looks really nice. We have hinges here, and that's how you remove the top. Down here we have a little vent hole. And then on this side we have a handle. Now the handle is plastic, but on the inside there's rubber, which is really, really nice to have. Down here we have the power. The back side has a latch that opens up, and it kind of freaks you out when you pull on it. It's just attached by this magnetic piece at the bottom. But it's nice because if you need to do any work on the inside, you can just remove the whole back end. On the opposite side, you of course have the same handles, and then you have the latch to take the lid off. And down here you have an HDMI out to hook to another monitor and a USB. I'm taking off the lid, and you can see that this unit was shipped with the anti-glare plexiglass on the top. Alright, let's peel this stuff off. Here's what's included in the box. You get a super long power cable. It's 25 foot. You get a 3-button foot switch, and then you get this controller to use. A really nice feature of the remote is that it comes with a rechargeable battery in it, so you don't need to keep buying batteries for this thing. Let's fire this thing up and take a look at her. And we are greeted by this really cool desktop. Now, I panicked at first. I thought they sent me one that had dead pixels, but what ended up happening is the day I received it, it was just really dry in here, and so something just got underneath this cover. It's no big deal. All you have to do is remove these 2 bumpers. Then the plexiglass just slides right out. I wiped it off with the cloth that I use for my glasses. Now all you have to do is reattach the bumpers. Like I said, the unit has everything you need to use straight out of the box. It has a mini PC inside, which isn't going to win any spec races, but you really only need to do one job, so it's not a big deal. This unit is very easy to use, and it's done that way by design. Instead of using some crazy proprietary program, it's actually using a form of OpenOffice and a form of PowerPoint. So your lyrics are going to be displayed just like a slideshow. On the desktop, you'll see that they've already included a sample file or a template that you can use. And all you have to use is trackpad, go over here, double tap it, and that's going to go ahead and open up for you. And you can see your lyrics displayed. Now if you want that to go full screen, you just right click, go down to full screen, and bam, full screen. Now the included controller was really awkward to use at first, but it didn't take very much time for me to figure out how to use it, and it's pretty much second nature now. To switch in between slides or lyrics to your songs, it comes with a 3-button foot switch, which is made out of plastic. It's not super sturdy, but you're not going to break it unless you're jumping off a drum riser or something. But it's super simple. All you do is you hit this, and it will go to the next slide or the next set of lyrics. And if you hit it too many times, you can hit it to go back. Now this was all pre-programmed. I did none of this. I just opened it up and it worked right out of the box. Now to create your own lyrics, you can use the template and then copy pages, and all you have to do is go to Google and Google the lyrics and copy and paste them in. Now you can do that on the unit because it does have Wi-Fi on it, but if you prefer, you can do it on your own PC, and then you can send it over with a USB stick, or you could upload it to something like Google Drive and then download it to the unit. Super simple to use. One of the limitations to using a PowerPoint presentation is that it slides. So let's say you couldn't read this on the stage and you need it to be a little bit larger, or you have way too many lyrics. You'll have to make 2 pages, which isn't a big deal, but you'll want to probably make a note at the bottom that your lyrics continue on the next page. The cool thing about it being a mini PC though is that you have options. You don't have to use the PowerPoint presentation. You can do some fun creative things like using Spotify, the karaoke mode, although your band's going to have to play an exact time. You can download lyric videos. You can make your own files and have them on there from Photoshop or whatever you'd like. You can even have programs that are used for just regular teleprompters that aren't necessarily for lyrics, but were recommended to me by the makers of the unit. Another program that was suggested was the Live Prompter. I didn't even know this thing existed. It does a lot of the stuff I like, and it's free. But let's say you bought this unit with the PC, and after a few months you're just not gelling with it, and you're feeling remorse. Well, there's no need, because the way that they set this up is really smart. Since you have access to the back, you can get right to the monitor, and it's not some proprietary monitor, it's just an HDMI port. So if you want to, you just take the HDMI and you run it to this port here, and then you can run your iPad directly into it, and then you can use BandHelper or OnSong or whatever app you like to use. Alright, so we know it works well and it looks cool in this room, but what's it look like on the stage? Let's find out. Here's a stage at a venue that I do sound at a lot, and you can see my unit looks a little bit more beat up. Here's a view from how you'd be looking at it. The lyrics prompter is a lot sleeker looking and is actually lighter weight. I set the stage lights as if I was doing a gig so I could get an idea of how easy it is to see the pedal and if I could still read the screen well, and sure enough, it works great. Then I messed around with the remote control so that I could see if I could actually do it in a gig, and I had 0 problems. We had a band in, so I was showing them how to use it. And then here it is on the stage. You can see that if you didn't know it was sitting there, you wouldn't know it existed. It just blends in so well, and it looks so nice next to those other monitors. Here's a view from a little further back, and it just blends in so well. Which one of these units is the winner? Well, that's easy. It's really up to you and your needs. If you're somebody who likes to tinker with projects and you like building things and working with apps, absolutely go the DIY route. You'll enjoy the process, and at the end you'll have something that you're proud of. But if you don't want to mess with any of that, the lyrics prompter is an excellent alternative. This thing comes working straight out of the box. You almost have nothing to do except for copy over your lyrics. Not only that, but it looks so professional on the stage. I'll leave links in the description below to all the different versions of the lyric prompter so you can find the best one that suits your needs. You can reach out to me via the comments and I can help you out, or you can reach out to the company directly. They're very quick to answer emails. Thank you so much for joining me for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.